Yo. All right, what's going on, everybody? It's one of those calls where I got a little background noise, and the call may drop. I'm driving on my way to Big D, hanging out with my daughter Sade for the baby shower that is tomorrow. So tonight we're going to talk about living. We're going to talk about how to live. This thing that we call life. A lot of people, we're in life, but we're not living life. And hopefully the sound is coming through okay, even though, got all the background stuff going on. Tonight, or today's message is one of those messages that's very important because of the current state of affairs that we all find ourselves in. And that is, opportunities and options present themselves to everyone on a daily basis. And these opportunities and these options, some of them opportunities are taking you in and some of them are taking you out. And so we need to look at these opportunities and we need to look at these options. And so that way we can make choices and we can make decisions. We can take, chances. We can take risks. We can actually put our energy into things. Because what happens on a subatomic level, when we talked about this a little bit, when we were talking about the physics of this, you establish a subatomic connection or a psychic connection when you put your energy into things. And so the universe works based off of your options and opportunities. These options and these opportunities that present themselves to you. You have to be able to take chances, take risks, make choices, make decisions about these opportunities and about these options. And when these options and these opportunities present themselves to you, that is the answer to the prayer that you've been praying. And so most of us, when we are presented with the answer to our prayers, we don't see them as answers to the prayers because they are presented or they are packaged as options and as opportunities. And so today when we're talking about living, and again, I do apologize for the background noise. If the power drops, we're just going to call it a wrap wherever we at in the show. Hopefully we'll be able to get through my notes here. But we want to make sure that everybody is on the same page when it comes to living a successful and fulfilling life. Because most people, but they're not living a sustained life. They are surviving and they're not thriving. A lot of us, we've settled for the life that we have. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but are you living up to your own potential? Starting on September the 2nd, as we get into establishing yourself as your own bank, so that way you can have more freedom, and establishing your own, credit and increasing that, so that way you actually do have more options. Because it is these options and it is these opportunities that give you the ability to make choices and take chances and take risks, because they propel you forward in this thing that's called life. So you could live a fulfilling life, or you could just live a satisfying life, or you could live an easy life. Most people want an easy life. And I'm not knocking your hustle. And again, I'm driving, so do apologize about the background noise, everybody. But when you think about life and you're living your life and you're going through life, like right now I'm driving on my way to my daughter's house. There's a lot of things I could be doing while I'm driving besides doing what I'm doing right now. The choice that I made to do what I'm doing right now is taking other choices, other options, other opportunities, because this choice that I made allows me to live a more fulfilling life. Some people may look at sound quality, may look at the background noise, may look at this, that, and the other, and miss the opportunity. Because, yeah, absolutely. Production has always room for improvement. It's just like how some people don't start, or publish a book, just like I did when I started, because I was waiting. And the reason that I was waiting, because I was perfection. I was concerned about what other people thought versus what I'm designed to express. The quality of your expressions will go up and down, but the fulfillment of your life stays the same. If you are able to put your energy into people, places, and things that brings you or makes you feel fulfilled. So my energy, my attention, I'm driving, so my attention is on the road, obviously. But I could sit and I could listen to the music. I could watch a YouTube video or listen to a YouTube video. I could listen to, different other shows. But I chose to express, expose, and expand myself because that brings a certain feeling of fulfillment. So is it easy to drive and, log in and talk and do all of this, set the computer up and blah, blah, blah? Some people would say it's not easy. Is it a distraction? Well, when I was a cop, we had two computers set up at the same time while we was driving, and we had our gear on. You had to, you had your flight jacket on, you had life jacket on, you got, your utility belt, you got the radio going on. You doing 10 things at one time. So I've kind of been trained, if you want to use that term, to be able to operate or multitask. Now, is that the best way to get things done? Well, it depends on who you talk to. Not really. It's always best to just single out one thing and just, bam, focus on that one thing only. And it's interesting to me because one of the things that I learned is our love is something like this is proof that this trip is tax deductible. My car payment is tax deductible. My cell phone is tax deductible. My gas is tax deductible. My time is tax deductible because I'm engaged while driving in the act of performing my official duties. And I got my MP3 shirt on with my apparel and my hat. That's all tax deductible. When I go get my clothes dry cleaned and I take it to the cleaners, that's tax deductible. When I stop here in a moment, grab me a bite to eat, that's tax deductible. When I check into the hotel, that's tax deductible. Everything I'm going to do today, tomorrow, and on my way back is all tax deductible. So my whole life, my personal life, and my business life is fulfilling because I'm always making money. Even when I'm spending money, I'm making money. Because this money that I'm spending, I get back, or at least I don't have to pay taxes on this money, so I get to keep the money that I do make, I get to keep that in my pocket. So that makes me feel very fulfilled. So I made choices, I made decisions. This isn't just a fly-by-night happenstance. I do this, you guys know. Been doing it, what, 10 years? Easy. And every time I go somewhere, when I'm driving, I do a show. When I'm in a hotel room, I do a show. I'll be in the parking lot this afternoon doing a TikTok video, walking around the parking lot of the hotel. This is all documented. So if I wanted to get audited by the IRS, I got documentation and proof of my activities. But that is the ability to see the opportunities right in front of me and the options available. I could chose another option, but I chose this specific option because of the benefit for me of this specific option that I'm taking. And so that's living life. So how do you live your life? When you woke up this morning, the options that the choices, the decisions that you made were that everything from getting dressed to, your mate. All of these are purpose-based. And all of this should be discussed. All of this has to be brought in line. So when people ask me all the time, man, Doc, why are you doing a show while you driving? The audio sound is terrible. The calls, it could drop, it could pick up because as you driving in and out, there's dead zones and, that is the risk because you got to pay attention, right? There is a risk. Like right now, there's a car, one of these 18-wheelers that, and it was dropping big rocks and mud everywhere. And I'm in a Corvette, so it's low to the ground. So I have to speed up to go around it so that crap don't hit my windshield. So I'm riding, weaving out of cars and this, that, and the other. That's a risk. So there's a lot of risk, but the risk for me equals the reward. So my life is very fulfilling. So you could have an easy life. You can have what some people call a stable or a normal life, or you can have an exciting, fulfilling life. I just chose the exciting, fulfilling life. No matter what you choose, there is no right or wrong option. There is nothing. I lived all three lives before making this one. In fact, I was talking to my sister, texting my sister this morning, and she was asking me a question about, when I was in San Diego, I had a first-time license plate on a car back then, and we were trying to remember what was the name of that personalized plate. And I honestly, then couldn't really remember it, but she did. And then we got to talking about different things, and I really honestly feel like I've lived at least like 10 lifetimes, because each life is a different timeline. But these different timelines, according to physics, they all exist at the same time. So we change timelines by changing attention and energy. So when you put your attention into a timeline, a person or place or a thing on a subatomic level, you are establishing a subatomic connection, or what we call a psychic connection, or what we call an energy connection with that person, with that place, and with that time, which is why I specifically, when I'm driving, like right now, I could be just chilling like everybody else do, just listening to music, looking at the scenery, but I got my computer set up, I got a cell phone set up, I'm doing a show, I'm technically, I got this is my mobile office, because this makes me feel fulfilled. Now, maybe that is risky to you. Maybe you don't get warm and fuzzy by driving and doing other things, because you want to focus all of your attention on the road, because there's people who drive crazy, I'm going to say I drive crazy. So you got to drive not only for yourself, but you got to drive for other people. Now, or maybe you don't drive at all. There's some people that say, I don't want to drive, man. It's too risky. It's too this. It's too that. So they choose not to drive. They take a Greyhound, or if they financially in a space where they can have, a chauffeur and somebody else drives them around. So you have options, You have choices. You got decisions. And these options and these choices and these decisions are based or should be based upon opportunities and options. These opportunities and these options that we all have, you have to be able to know when to take advantage of these opportunities and these options based upon the style, the type, and the quality of life that you want to live. If you want an easy life, then you don't want to do what I do. Now, if you want a, stable life, a normal life, you may not want to do what I do. But if you want a fulfilling life, if you want an exciting life, then you want to do what I do. It's more risk involved, but there's more reward involved. Because any day can be a $30,000 day. Any day. Any video can go viral. Any class can just hit. And then instead of making $500, you can make $50,000. The opportunities are endless, and the opportunities are only limited by my imagination. I don't know if you really understand the state that we are in right now, where anybody can go online right now and post a picture, a video, do some research, share something that's, exciting and funny, or offer a product, service, information that benefits other people. And you could change your whole life with one video. One video. Now, you can do one video and nothing good out. In fact, it just wastes time. You might even just, it might even cost you some money. But the opportunity is there. See, money is not paper. Money is opportunities and options. That's money. And to the degree that you can position yourself where you can assist someone else with solving a problem, you create more opportunities for yourself. That's life. That's living. Living is about assisting other people. Man, I get so much joy and happiness when I get the texts and letters like I got from Sister Natalie, who was talking about the benefits and how impactful the life management system was on her life and how it totally changed her entire life. So that is why I do shows while I'm driving, on a toll road, doing 100 miles an hour, multitasking, in and out of traffic. Ain't that much traffic because I'm on a toll road. And the toll road, especially in Texas, the speed limit is already crazy. Just a normal speed limit on the toll road is because it's not faster than the regular road, which is why I take the toll road. Now, some people say, well, does the toll road cost money? Absolutely. But guess what? As I said at the beginning of the show, tax deductible. Why? I'm in the scope of business. I'm conducting, this is a business activity. So why would I do business? Well, my business life and my personal life are the same. That's why retirement is a four-letter word to me. That's disrespectful. Why would you disrespect me? I ain't disrespecting you. Why would you disrespect me? There's some people who work for and live for retirement. Now, remember the three types of lifestyle that we discussed. And remember, especially if you're poor, my type of lifestyle doesn't resonate with the poor because it's not stable. I know because my wife tells me every day. Shit you do The stuff you do, that's crazy. How do you know that you're going to make $30,000 or you're going to make $3,000? Wait. Really good job. You put your energy into it. And the universe, this is guaranteed. If your heart is in it, you are guaranteed to win it. And so the mistake that people make is they make choices and they make decisions and their heart is not in it. That's why it doesn't manifest. And as we already talked about, the reason that I can manifest stuff fast, which is one of the reasons why I'm going to Dallas. And how do these things work out? Do they just happen by themselves? No. I mold mass and matter with my mentality. What is the mentality? The mentality is I don't put my hands to the plow and look back. What does that mean? Now, when it comes to people, it's different when it comes to purpose. Because my purpose is mine. I can't make people do what I want them to do. That's called control. That's called witchcraft. Now, you can, but I don't recommend you take someone else's options away and their opportunities away. Because what if somebody took your options and your opportunities away, like they do when you go to prison? Your freedom is gone, bro. You can't just get up and go when you want. There's a cage. You are limited by the cell walls because they took your freedom, because you violated somebody else's freedom. So I'm not into violating other people's rights and freedom, but I am into promoting my own rights and my own freedom and living my life based upon the characteristics and the attributes that was given to me by source. So my life is fulfilling. My life is not normal. My life is not average. My life is not what some people call routine. Because I didn't choose that type of lifestyle because I wanted a fulfilling life. I wanted my life to be fulfilling. I wanted to be adventurous. I wanted the blood to flow through my veins every day. So no, I don't have to go and skydive and bungee jump. I get the same feeling every day when I wake up. Because every day I wake up is a brand new day. It's an exciting day. And I get to see what is life going to unfold today. And I'm driving here and, trying to think a lot of stuff. So now I'm told back on 35, everybody know anything about Texas, it's the busiest. It's kind of, I think it's 20 or 25, like in Cali. And all of these, like any major freeway. So, yes, you got to be on your P's and Q's when you're driving, so that way, you don't can't help anything. And that kind of sort of goes without saying. But that's part of life. Some people are afraid to drive. Some people are afraid, you got 18-wheelers, especially like here in Texas, there's a lot of 18-wheelers sharing the road. And then if there's construction, man, there's a lot of construction going on. The lanes narrow. So you gotta be pretty sharp. And everybody's bumper to bumper. Like, you ever drove in Houston? I'm on my way to Dallas. Like, you ever drove in downtown Dallas? It's like people doing 80 miles an hour, bumper to bumper. One person tapped their brakes and it's a 30-car pileup. But that's life. So if you want that lifestyle and you live in a major city like Houston or Dallas, that comes with that city. That's why I choose to live in a smaller city like San Antonio. And people come to San Antonio and they say, oh, well, we don't really like it because we got a small town atmosphere, even though it's a big city. Damn, that's why I like it. It's easier to raise a family in a city like San Antonio than it is Dallas or Houston, just with my opinion. So that's life, brothers and sisters. The quality of your life, you have a say by how you make your choices and your decisions of the options and the opportunities that are presented to you every day. So when the option and the opportunity came and presented itself for me to purchase this Corvette, I took the option. I took the opportunity. Some would say that's a risky option. That's a risky opportunity. Why would you take that? Because it makes me feel. So most people go through life and they don't feel. Or they reserve the feelings for the weekend. And they work during the weekdays. And that is why they are in a weekdays. Because if you work during the weekdays, it makes you W-E-A-K. W-E-A-K. And it puts you in a D-A-Z-E. D-A-Z-D-A-Z-E. Days. So what is your job? Your job is not to be weekend. W-E-A-K-E-N-E-D. Weekend. The system is set up to weaken you by keeping you in the days. So when you live for the weekend, when the weekend comes, what do you do all weekend? You just recover from the week. You just sleep. But then some people, they live their entire life, they wait till they can retire, and then they go to travel. And y'all know the statistics? At least for men, it is not good. I mean, the statistics, it is. Woo. The average man, after he retires, based upon the statistics, I think it's 5 years. And then somebody has to spend their retirement home. Now, that's not bad or good. Like I said, there's a lot of people who love their jobs. Hopefully you're one of those people. And so that means none of this applies to you. So you're not walking around in a weekdays and you don't live in a weekend state. Because your life is purpose-based. You're not pursuing, paper, penis, and punani. That's not number one. Number one is, why you here? Why am I here? I'm here to replace error with truth. That's why I'm doing the show. So this message is a part of my purpose. Now, I could have waited until I got to the hotel room to do the show. So I chose not to. I made a choice and a decision. Because I do 2 shows a day. Do I have to do 2 shows a day? Is there a law that says I must do 2 shows a day? No. In fact, I ain't got to do no shows a day. So the question comes down to, why then? Why are you doing this? So why don't you just enjoy your drive, I can get down to the hotel, check in, go hang out with my daughter, and then guess what I'll be doing? I'm going to be doing another show. Well, I drove all the way down to Dallas, I should be down there hanging out with my daughter, right? But it's family time. I'm on vacation. What am I doing on vacation? I do shows. See, y'all, not you personally, y'all concerned about what other people think. And that prohibits you from living your best life. Why? Well, somebody say, your grandmother could say, like, I get a lot of flack. Every time, especially with the White family, when we do Airbnb. Especially the last one got really heated. Because, I got to say this delicately. I respect elders. But I respect purpose more than I respect elders. So if you pull that top part, I don't recommend you play that part. But if you do, that's a dangerous move. At least with me. Because where purpose, not elderly, not anything else, where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. So purpose trumps people. Now, purpose is for people, but if you have people and no purpose, like I did in my first marriage, what happens? Well, you're going to end up just like I did. Especially if you're a father. You know what you're going to do? You're going to be a deadbeat dad. Why? Because you're going to come home every day. You're going to look at your wife and your kids in the face, and they're going to say, Daddy, we home. What are we going to do? Do you know why all men cheat? You know why men leave? Men leave families because they know they're not the man. Especially black men. There's nowhere a black man can go and be the man except home. So when the black man comes home and he's not the man at home, because he knows. Now the wife can keep fighting, oh, you the man, you the man. They don't know. They're gonna blow your head up. But you know deep down inside, you ain't the man. Why? Because you ain't doing what men do. So you got to go somewhere else and try to find some place else where you can be the man. How do I know? Because that's what I did. I didn't read that in a book. So now, guess what I do? When people tell me, now, well-meaning people, I'm trying to help y'all. Hey, it doesn't take all of that, brother. Family time. Put that cell phone down. Get off the laptop. To sit on your hand with your family. So, let me get this right. Is my family going to pay my bills? If you don't pay my Corvette payment, I will hang out with you. We can sit around and we can talk. I do one-on-ones with anybody who will pay my Corvette bill every month. We can just talk about freaking basket weaving. We can talk about freaking, the weather. We can talk about General Hospital. We can talk about any other thing you want to talk about if you pay my bill. So if you ain't paying my bills, boo-boo, and see, this is why a lot of people can't live the quality of life that I live. Now, I know there's an easy life. 90% of the people take the easy life. I ain't mad at you, see. I took the easy life, too. And I was hanging out with the easy life for a while. Then I got old. Then I went from the easy life, and I was like, you know what? I want a normal life. I wanted my life to be stable. I want to have the traditional, 9 to 5 and just go. But I'm wired different, man. When the white man say, hey, boy, go over there, pick up that box. I'm like, excuse me? Yeah, you, boy. I'm like, no, this ain't going to work. Because this dude was about to get cursed out. He don't even know. The death angel is flying by. He don't even know. So I knew Sister Addie. It didn't take me long, Sister Addie. Now, I should have just went and talked to my father because he had more dogs than me. He said me, yeah, boy, I never could get along working with other folks. I just didn't like people telling me what to do. I'm like, yeah, I feel you, dog. I'm the same way. So the apple don't fall far from the tree. So my father was pretty much in the entrepreneur. I had an uncle, Roy Lee, same way. He always had some little business done. My big mama she had a juice joint. I come from a family of entrepreneurs. We just Negroes that don't like to be told what to do. We just like to, do our own thing. We left alone. Now, if you can find a gig, like this is why it's so important to know stuff that's doing. I'm just telling you, man, you got to know yourself better than you know anything and anyone else. So when I finally stopped listening to everybody else and doing what the reverend and the doctor and the bishop said, because I needed everybody's approval, I wanted to be liked more than I wanted to live. That's most people. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I ain't mad at you. It took me 40 years to figure it out. I just decided, you know what? There's just gonna be some people that they just not gonna like me because you know what? I ain't going to church on Sunday. So sorry, I can't do it. I thought I could do it. You know, I made some promises, but I'm gonna have to break this one. And yeah, I'm not gonna do the traditional 9 to 5. You know, I thought I could, but you know, I'm gonna just bow gracefully because I want to have a fulfilling life more than I want to be liked. Now, I like your Facebook likes. I like y'all watching my videos and your comments. Hey, I like that y'all like me. I want to be liked. We all do. Ain't nothing wrong with it. If you say you don't want to be, come on, man, stop playing. I want to be liked. I want people to look at me and say, hey, man, hey, man, you know what? He's an all right dude. But I ain't willing to be liked on Facebook and on social media while my life sucks. So I got to do the things that makes me feel. Now, it ain't gonna do nothing like that. Doing this driving with background noise, doing a show, and, you know, people can barely hear, and all the sound is not that great, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, may not do it for you. But it's a tax write-off for me. So I can document this. So when I do submit it in the IRS, say, well, you know, you got any proof that, you know, that's tax deductible? Yeah, you check my phone records. You know the gas receipt? Look at the date. You will see those, that hotel bill? Yeah, that's because I was en route to Dallas, Texas. Now, I would never do that. If they ask, they say, hey, you got to find out on your own. I'm not going to help you prove a case against me. I mean, I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night. So they're going to threaten you and all that stuff. You know, hey, they got to do their job. You got to do yours. So brothers and sisters, today's message is extremely important because everybody on this call, you have to make a serious decision every day you wake up. And what is that decision? Well, you have options. And I like when people say, Doc, you don't understand, but I don't have options. And it goes back to that Kanye West thing. And people lost their minds when Kanye West said black people were slaves because they wanted to be slaves. Ooh-wee. A lot of y'all on this call, y'all was saying, y'all was in that group. Now, I understand why you want to string Kanye West up. The Negro said black people wanted to be slaves. Because, remember, Kanye West thinks like me. Kanye West is a free spirit. He don't like to be put in a box. The Negroes like to win. He like to come and go. He just say crazy stuff. You know, a lot of people say crazy stuff, but Kanye says some crazy stuff. So I ain't endorsing Kanye West. I'm just saying the Negro had a point. What was the point, Doc? Well, the point is you had an option. You know, if you run off, the chances is slim to none that master's going to keep you around alive. So you got an option. You want to lift up some, they say, which again, I know this is probably a touchy subject, but some of our elders and ancestors chose not to live as slaves. And that they just jumped off the ship. Some of the stories that I've read. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. I'm just using that as an example. All I'm simply saying is everybody has options. You may not want to take that option, but don't tell me you don't have it. And see, this is the hard part, man. This is hard. Even if you choose to transition off this planet voluntarily, that's your option. Now, I don't think that option should be on the table. Excuse me. Me personally, I gotta find another option, bro. I'm not gonna take that option. But as somebody who came close to taking that option, I understand. I came close. I mean, too close to close. I don't want to go back in business. I don't ever, ever want to be in that position again. That's why I do shows while I'm driving. That's why I take options to make sure I pay my bills on time. I don't ever want to be in that position where I was pondering and considering. I was looking at the chance of making a choice and a decision to take the risk of ending my own life because I couldn't see today. This is why I'm so passionate about what I do, man. Because there's somebody listening to me right now. Or there's somebody going to listen to this tape with all the background noise in the back. And if I can just give one person hope that the devil you see today, you're not going to see him every day. If I can just convince one person to keep fighting, keep waking up for your children, for your mother, for your father, for your cousins, and keep fighting. Every day may not be a holiday, but I'm telling you, if God is my witness, it does get better. Things will change. All you got to do is be firm, fair, and consistent every day. And if you exercise focus, discipline, and order, I'm living proof. I'm living proof. I'm living proof. I'm living it today, right now, not now, today. I'm living proof. If you have discipline and order, if you are firm, fair, and consistent, I am living proof that your life can change. Life meaning you can go from being easy life, from a normal life, stable life, to a fun, fulfilling life of your dreams. All you got to do is make sure that the things that you select to do with your life are from your heart. Because if your heart is not in it, that is reasonable, it's logical, but your heart is not in it. If your heart is not in it, you can't win it. My brothers and my sisters, there's a lot of choices and decisions and things that you're doing, your heart ain't in it. You're just going through the motion. You're just doing it because it's a check. You're just doing it because, the opportunity popped up. You're just dating this guy, or this girl just because they asked you out. But you really don't, you ain't feeling them like that. You just like, I ain't doing nothing else. So why not? Brothers and sisters, that is a boring life. Make sure that the choices and the decisions that you are making with your life, because when you make a choice and when you make a decision, you are signing a subatomic contract. You are signing a contract with subatomic particles. This is a psychic connection. This is what I wrote about in my book, Demonic Soul Ties and Emotional Cords. When you put your attention and energy into a person, into a place, and into a thing, you sign an energetic contract with them. You give them access to your life. So if you ain't feeling them like that, if you ain't feeling the person, if you're not feeling the place, if you're not feeling the position, why on God's green earth would you sign a contract to become energetically, emotional, electrical, and magnetic, quark, quino, and muons Why would you intermingle your protons, your neutrons, and your electrons with a person, place, or thing that you don't even like? I mean, this is deep. We don't really think about it that way. But every time you say yes to someone else, you're saying no to yourself. And there's nothing wrong with saying no to yourself. That's just an indication to me that you don't really like yourself. Which gets back to the number one problem that pretty much everybody that's not living their best life have. As we said last night when we talked about money avoidance. You really don't believe you deserve to be happy. You really, deep down inside, some reverend, some doctor, some bishop told you, you are a sinner. You are well done. You are a post-quitter. So you don't deserve a life like mine. You don't deserve. So you don't even pursue. It's not even an option for you. The opportunities don't even come to you because you don't have a door for opportunity. See, opportunity knocking on the door unless you ain't got no door. Opportunity can't even knock on your door. Why? Because being happy, not in the cards for you. You told yourself that, you know what, I would like to be happy, but it's not in the cards for me. Why not? Well, Doc, you know, I'm too old. Or, you know, I messed up. I deserve. No, everybody makes mistakes. Nobody deserves to be treated like trash and like garbage. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be wealthy. You deserve to be loved, to be valued, and to be respected. But you got to love, value, and respect yourself first before anybody else can. Because people are going to treat you the way you treat yourself. So I love me some me. So when you start seeing and making it okay for you to live the life of your dreams, you will start seeing these opportunities and these options will appear. See, the options and opportunities, they don't come into your life if you have not established your image. Opportunities and options will not come into your life. That's money. God's trying to bless you, right? But he always sends blessings in the form of an opportunity and an option. And usually it's an opportunity and it's an option that you do not want to take. My brothers and my sisters, I highly recommend you put all of the options and all the opportunities on the table. And you look at the option and the opportunity that is going to amplify your heart and it's going to move you in the direction of your purpose. Whatever those opportunities are, they come in, they pop in, they pop out. And the way you determine which opportunities you should take is there's opportunities that certain people you're around, you're like, oh man, damn, let it go again. Your energy drops. Then there's other people you're around and there's like your energy's off the roof. You don't want to hang out with that person. Then there's certain jobs, there's certain things like, hey, driving a car, doing the show, it don't do it for you. But it does it for me. So maybe sitting at home doing something else. Maybe gardening does it for you. Maybe, you know, sewing a dress. Maybe, you know, doing a painting. Everybody has something that does it for them. You want to make sure that you connect with that something that does it for you and make it okay for you to be okay. This is Bishop Ford, Dr. Will Rogers, a.k.a. Master Teacher 33. Y'all already know I'm grinding and shining. I'm going to see y'all later on tonight. Should be a little quieter later on tonight. I get the hotel. I love y'all, and y'all can't do nothing about it. We're going to see y'all later. God bless.